Hi everyone, I'm John C. Morley, the host of the JMOR Tech Talk Show and Inspirations for Your Life. Hey guys, good afternoon and good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur, and you've just tuned into the JMOR Tech Talk Show. I'm glad that you stopped by, whether you're with me here today at 4:35 p.m. or 4:35 a.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 12 noon, 12 midnight, doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for being here with me. We have an awesome show, and I can't wait to get rolling on it with you guys today. I hope you've had a wonderful week. It is Friday. We're closing out our week. It's June 14. Had to get a little swig of water there. Like I said, it's closing the week, and we have lots of great stuff to share with you. So the show's topic is AI breakthroughs, net neutrality, and data hacks. We're on Series 3, Show 24, and really, really great to be with you guys here on the JMOR Tech Talk Show, and we've got a lot to share with you guys. I mean, an awful lot to share with you. There's technology is changing, as you guys know, left and right, and there's a lot that's going on out there. I mean, just a real lot. All right, first thing I want to talk to you guys about, I think this is a really, really cool one, is the FCC versus net neutrality. So the FCC wants change in the U.S. court hearing, challenging to them to the new net neutrality rules. The rules are going to bar internet services from the ISP internet service providers from blocking or slowing down traffic to certain websites or engaging in paid prioritization of lawful content, as well as giving the FCC a new tool to crack down on Chinese telecom companies and the ability to monitor internet service outages. Wow, that's going to be pretty helpful, won't it? Sure, it will be. But, a lot of people don't understand, like what is net neutrality? If somebody said to me, John, what is net neutrality? And even though I've given you a pretty easy understanding, the real crux of it comes down to something very simple. And it's the fact that there cannot be any type of let's say, control of your internet from the service you have to a lower service for any reason, because it's just not ethical for them to just do that during the way, and they can't just do that because ISP shouldn't be able to block some sort of data or prioritize others, and it's a struggle. But the FCC is going to fight it, and the question is, when will the net neutrality bill pass? Well, it's going to take some time. They're working on it, but it is going to take some time. So we'll have to just sit tight, and I'll be sure to bring you the coverage of what's going on with that as soon as we know what's going on. All right, guys. So Yelp lawsuit on bad reviews suppression. What the heck is this all about? So Yelp can actually sue a reputation company for promising to suppress bad reviews. Now, Yelp can pursue a lawsuit accusing a reputation management company of fraudulently advertising its ability to remove bad, quote-unquote, reviews from business review websites. And in a decision that was just made not too long ago by the U.S. District Judge, William Alsup in San Francisco, said, and I quote, Yelp can pursue trademark infringement and unfair competition claims against Reviewvio, which operates as Dandy. So the question you might be having is, who the heck is Reviewvio? and all the complaints that they're getting. So Review Vio, just to let you guys know, they've had lots of complaints. They currently have an F with the Better Business Bureau. I'm going to read a complaint here that was filed on January 10th, and it says from the Better Business Bureau, talk with a blank, and again, they black this out because it is not appropriate, so it's got stars there, at Dandy on November 28, 2023 to help with a review problem. And they use some stars in there too, and told him to wait on processing any payments until I spoke with my partner. And we set a meeting a few days later, but in less than 45 minutes after talking with him and emailed him back to wait until after January, I talked with someone else on December 1st, 2023, explained we didn't want to proceed with their service, and he assured me he would let him know. I also called the company on Monday, December 4th, and left, again, some cursed messages with the company, and they were going to have him call me. He never did so. He emailed him again after the company charged me $300 and another $99, and he assured me he would get me a refund ASAP. Never heard back, and just recently, another charge of $300 is trying to go through. So on January 10th, they responded, I am terribly sorry for this case. I have met with such and such, and it's all a bunch of curses, and they had no knowledge of this matter previously. This is not something I have seen previously, and I will find out how the error was made or communication was not tended to. I have just messaged my billing team to process the full refund and process cancellation. As they are out tonight, please do expect this to be complete first thing in the morning. If you have any additional concerns or questions, you can reach out to our support line directly, and they can connect you to my office. It's like a song and a dance, right? Really, really, really terrible. Another one, November 18th. I thought I was purchasing a pallet of electronics for $1. I gave my debit card information. I then saw on the bottom of the page that said I would have to join a club for $4 a month. I never checked off the box for that. I just figured I was out $1, and that was it. Now they trying to get $40 out of my checking account called IQ Go Bill. The charge right now is pending. I don't know how to contact these people. Right now, all I have for proof is my bank statement. I don't want any money at all to come out of my account. And then the response says, we do not sell electronics. Wrong, Dandy. On November 3rd, false advertisement, cold call marketing email stated, noticed they wrote a bad review for a simple fix. It's an unfair review, and I can help you remove it, and other bad reviews from the site and other review sites for business name X. The review you've listed in this email is around 30 weeks old and was replied to in a professional manner. Other than working with, again, curse words, as this is a legitimate review from someone who provided an estimate service for what system can provide a guarantee that the review listed by an individual would actually be removed. The reply I received days later informed me that since they do not own the company that we're talking about, the Yelp, they are not allowed to guarantee that reviews can be removed. So which is it? They aren't able to do much with what? Reviews, which are the majority of reviews in this area. Yelp doesn't do anything with reviews unless you're paying them $250 a month. That's what they say, which all they do is put it at the bottom, and I'm pretty sure they don't have stock in the company to manipulate anything. When anything was said and attempting to save the email in order to upload it for evidence of my complaint, it tells me they deleted their end, attempts to cover it up. Another complaint came in. I was told I had to only pay one-time fee of X dollars, and that it would auto-renew, and that it wouldn't auto-renew. And they stood behind their product and would cancel if not satisfied. They didn't, and now I am being charged such and such dollars per month and not allowed to cancel after attempting for 3 months. They also didn't provide any value and literally post fake negative reviews that they then removed to make it look like they were performing, which is fraud and damage to my company while the negative reviews were visible. So there are, guys, I can't even count how many reviews, but there are a lot of reviews, and many of them are unanswered. I mean, very few of them are answered. There's product issues. There was 5 on product issues. There was 3 on sales and advertising issues, 2 on order issues, 2 on service and repair issues, 1 on billing, 1 on customer service, and 1 on delivery issues. Let's go down to the delivery issue. I think this is going to be a really interesting one. The delivery issue one says they ordered a patio-based tile from the company almost a year ago. After 40 emails back and forth, no product has arrived to me. I continue to get runarounds about a refund. I really fear there was never an intent to deliver goods ordered and feel the website is a scam. Can forward all email correspondence. So this is very, very interesting. And so the company, which apparently is run by Review, it's called Dandy. Dandy, which is I think it's Review, REVIEWVIO, is the name of the company, and this is what their website says. It says, remove and prevent negative online reviews. Get started. Now, I want to share something what it says on the website. As seen on ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, what does Harvard say about the real cost of those negative reviews? They're saying, yes, as seen, meaning what Harvard said is as seen, not what this company's doing as seen. So let's be very clear about that. Moving from a 3-star rating to a 5-star increases revenue by 18%. So if your gross sales are $1 million per year, you're missing out on an extra $180,000 in revenue. Now, the thing that's interesting is that it says we remove negative content from some of our customers. Then it has all kinds of listings here. But the thing is, if you look at their site, they have review removal, review deletion, review prevention and capture, review site listings, and then they have a pricing page. Go to the pricing page, and it has intro, schedule a demo, standard, schedule a demo, most popular, schedule a demo, enterprise, schedule a demo. These people can't even give you their prices for a basic service. So then they said, want those bad reviews gone permanently? 2,000 plus businesses use our services. I don't really think that's true. And I think it's a big problem. The other thing that's interesting is that when you go to the place where you're supposed to click and create an account, like if you go to like where it says, to set up a, you're supposed to go to products and you go to review the accounts that they have. So I went on their page and let's say I click on schedule a demo. Okay. Very interesting. It says the review via sales team, this counted URL is not valid. So Calendly obviously wants nothing to do, and they're seeing that they're bad. And when a company pulls the carpet out from under you, that means that you're just bad, 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 bad. When you look at the contact information for this company, they are based out of a 949 area code. They claim they're open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time. And when you look up that phone number, first thing you get is a whole bunch of things that say scam, 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 scam. So this led me to something else that I was curious about. Where is this company really out of? So I did some more digging. And when I did some more digging, I was able to find out that when I tracked back the domain to this company, they are using a registration private domain. Obviously, they have something to hide. And they use a company called Domains by Proxy. They're pretty big out of Arizona. And these people aren't going to budge. And basically, they bought a name with GoDaddy. That's who the registrar is with. So the thing is, they're basically a company that collects money. And the fact that they have an F, I don't think I've ever seen a company that has an F. I have never seen a company that has an F. I mean, never. They had 17 total complaints in the last 3 years and 2 complaints closed in the last 12 years. I got to tell you, if it was me, I probably wouldn't do business with that company. All right, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. AI, yes, decodes dog bark meanings. What the heck is this about? Has AI gone to the dogs? Well, no pun intended there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, scientists are enlisting AI to interpret the meaning of barks. That's just like, that's wild, isn't it? I mean, the fact that they're using AI to determine bark. So scientists are enlisting AI to interpret the meaning of when the dogs speak. So according to researchers from the University of Michigan, they're using the intelligence of AI to better understand what dogs' barks are conveying about whether it's feeling playful or whether it's feeling angry. They also are trying to dig into whether AI could correctly identify a dog's age, gender, breed, based on what it woofs. Pretty amazing. So the scientists were able to make some progress toward decoding canine communication by repurposing existing computer models trained on human speech. So this is really interesting. This isn't Lassie, but I'm sure they're going to give us some interesting information. AI-powered systems used to distinguish nuances in tone, pitch, and accent are being used in turn to enable technologies such as voice recognition software. But did you ever think we'd be using AI to learn what a dog is saying? Never in my wildest dreams did I ever expect that. All right, so we'll keep you more on the breast of that, but don't be surprised. Maybe there'll be an app coming out that you download. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, yeah, Fido. Oh, you wanted food? Yeah, I want food. Or something like, hey, I have to go out to the bathroom. Oh, you want to go out for a walk? That's what I said, or I'll do it right here on your kitchen floor. I mean, we're being facetious and funny, right? But I mean, imagine a dog is saying, like you have this app, this plays like, what's that? Let me turn the app and see what Marlon's trying to say. I'm trying to tell you, stupid people, that these animals are bothering me, and the other animal keeps coming after and keeps biting me, and I'm not trying to cause any problem. You're wondering why I'm trying to be so ignorant here, but the dog is actually trying to be nice. And the dog's like, I don't want to put up with this other cat. I'm a good dog. I do everything I'm supposed to do. I'm man's best friend. I never bother you. I never damage your furniture. But look, this cat and this other dog that you have over here, it's too much. It's just too much. I can't handle it. You imagine a dog saying that? I mean, that just blows me away. All right, guys. And Santander has some more data hacks. Yes, yes. So there's some data hacks with Santander. Um, 30 million customers hacked. Hackers were attempting to sell what they say, quote unquote, is confidential information belonging to millions of Santander staff and customers. It's not just customers, it's staff. And they belong to the same group which took down and hacked Ticketmaster not too long ago. This is something else that Santander said. I don't know if I believe them or not. They said, quote unquote, its banking systems were unaffected so customers could continue to transact securely, close quote. So what they're alleging, I don't know if I believe them or not, that the data that is needed for a transaction was not stored in that database. Okay, fine. So where are your algorithms? How are they being stored? So, I mean, I don't know if I believe you, Santander. I don't know if I really believe what you're saying, but the fact that you're saying that the information needed to transact business or create transactions was not there, I get it. But my only feeling is it's got to be somewhere, right? So definitely Santander's got some issues they got to work out. And Apple's AI initiative, opt-in only, is coming. What the heck is this all about, ladies and gentlemen? Well, this is going to be Apple's next big thing. The AI initiative called Apple Intelligence, and they're making it opt-in only. Now, the iPhone 15 Pro or device with an M1 chip or newer is what's required, and this is according to Bloomberg. I mean, you may be able to do things like recalling a picture and having it learn things about your particular personality. But the question is, what is going on? When is that happening? And, how is this going to affect people in their life? I think that's a very interesting thing. And we're just going to have to sit tight and see what they're going to do. All right. And yes, there are issues with Humane's AI Pin. What the heck is all this about? Well, for quite a while now, we've been hearing this big hype about the Humane AI Pin, but unfortunately, things are just continuing to snowball and get worse for Human AI Pin. And first issue is the projector that's supposed to work so well. Well, the projection is not visible during the daylight. I mean, how do you make something and then not even test it? I mean, Verge, you all know, does a lot of great stuff, and they reported to stop using certain things a while. And in fact, they've had problems with other areas. But the thing that's interesting about this is that the thing is, many people were actually, let's say, trying to influence the head people there to say, look, don't do this anymore, like make these changes. And the company's leadership, it sucked, plain English. And they didn't listen to the internal constructive feedback. And that's why the company's out of business. They're now trying to sell the little bit of that company they have. I mean, it was just all bad, no planning. I mean, just really, 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 really badly. That's just the best way I can say it. It just was really bad. Now, the iPhone, Apple Watch, cracks are not covered anymore under the warranty. What the heck is this nonsense, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, that's right. Apple announced that they are no longer going to be able to cover hairline cracks on iPhones and Apple Watches. So this is according to 9 to 5 Mac report. And the cracks that don't spiderweb or have an obvious point of impact have historically been known to be considered screen defects. According to Apple, though, nothing is covered under the standard warranty. That's right. Apple no longer covers hairline cracks. I mean, I don't know. I think this is a bad move on Apple. I really, really do. This is a notable change to their repair policy for the standard warranty. And just until recently, Apple's policy was to cover instances of single hairline crack damage under standard warranty for iPhone and Apple Watch users, so long as there was no visible other damage or a clear point of impact that on the device had caused the crack. So that's pretty interesting. And I think it's interesting to know like what's going on and what's happening. But I can tell you that it's pretty amazing how this whole thing is changed. And it means that you're going to have to pay big, big money, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you're going to have to pay big, big money because if you don't, well, let's just say you're not going to get your iPhone fixed. But I think this is really poor. I think it's demonstrating that even though Apple is a good company, unfortunately, they don't always do things easily for customers. They make everything, I call it the Apple way. And let's face it, just to call them, you have to like download their app. You can't just pick up a phone. Everything's got to go through Apple land is what I call it. And although I get why they want to do it, they make it so complicated for everybody. It's like, why do you even want to be part of something that is so convoluted, right? Getting Apple support is terrible, right? Even if it's a return. I mean, what do you think? How do you like Apple support? That's what I really want to ask everyone. Do you like Apple support? Well, many people don't. Many people don't. And the reason that they don't like Apple support is because basically they charge you a lot of money. Many people believe that Apple was about customer support, and it changed. And it started to anger many people with have Apples. And just not too long ago, one person needed a computer for his office. And he recently got promoted at work, and he was instructed to get a new computer of his choosing. Being that he had bought a new iMac and was very pleased with it, he opted to go to the Apple store online and buy a refurbished Mac for $1,700. Being that he spent so much money on it, he expected to just to work as well as his old trusty 2010 iMac did. Boy, was he wrong. When he took it off and got all the packaging out, he hooked the computer up to find a monitor that would not go, let's say, out of a very big resolution, and the numbers were terrible. Wouldn't leave anything higher than 800 by 600. And although there were screen tears and there was a 30-second fuzz screen when he first turned it on, making nothing of it, he figured you just call Apple support and they would solve the problem. Their solution, I'm going to put in bold because I mean this to you to be very bold, and it's ridiculous. Spend another I quote, spend another $1,700 on the same computer and wait for it to be shipped. Then I could send my old one back and they would refund the money for the first one upon receiving it. That is just nonsense. This is the reason why I and my company no longer do business with other companies like Cisco. I think these companies feel that if they put you over a barrel, that you're just going to have to bend and take it. And if you can't, well, then, we got plenty of other customers. The companies out there, I don't care whether it's a marketing company, whether it's a tech company, whether it's a janitorial company, they all have attitudes. I mean, I don't know why they don't want to have service. They're all about trying to get people's money, but they don't give service. All right, here's an interesting, real quinky dink. A major league player's interview mishap during a game. What actually happened during this game? Well, during a Major League Baseball telecast on Apple TV Plus, the Los Angeles Dodgers player Enrique Kiki Hernandez misjudged a grounder, which unfortunately bounced off his right hand into his crotch, allowing the New York Yankees batter Gleyber Torres to reach first. Now, these incidents are common in baseball, but Hernandez was in the middle of an interview when it occurred. And the game announcer, Dontrell Willis, had just asked Hernandez about his team's camaraderie when Torres hit the ball. Hernandez misjudged the bounce while running to catch it. And when asked if the interview caused the error, Hernandez said, quote, maybe a little bit, but added, I think I let the ball eat me up. It had a weird hop. And this was according to ESPN. But, I think he was trying to be polite. And I think media has a duty that I get. We want to capture the news. I've been in media for a long time and a member of the international press. We have to recognize that we have to be respectful when we capture the news. We don't need to knock people down. We don't have to be disrespectful. We need to realize that we've got to be maybe a little bit stern sometimes, but we need to be respectful. That is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. So, I don't know. Anyway, if you purchase one of the new Anker power bank 321s, well, it's got a fire risk. And they are recalling all of the Anker 321 power banks. And you might be saying, well, gee, John, that's a real hassle. It is. So if you got a Model A 1112 power bank from Anker, you're going to want to stop using it at once because, well, it's a fire hazard. It had been reported that a manufacturing defect was present, and that could cause it to catch on fire. All right. Well, Apple's getting ready to unveil a new password app. So you might be asking, so why is Apple revealing a new password app? Why do you think? Well, I think the big reason is Apple just wants more money. Apple is launching this password manager. They're just looking for other ways to get money out of people's pocket. And so you can use iCloud to store and sync passwords across your device if that wasn't easy enough for you to figure out. Passwords were available from Settings app on the Mac or the iPhone. But now Apple's introduced the Passwords app. It will be available with the next major release of iOS, Mac OS, and Vision OS, that is iOS 18. The Mac OS Sequoia and Vision OS 2. In addition to all the features you can find in the password menu today, there is a new column on the left that lets you more easily navigate your password collection. So you can view all your passwords or just your Wi-Fi passwords, new addition, passkeys, codes that may not be related to a website or a particular service. As a reminder, iCloud passwords already support shared passwords, verification codes, and a note field for every password entry. This new app will make it easier to get started and think about using iCloud passwords to store your sensitive information. I don't know. I'm not really sure why they've done this. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I think Apple is just really crazed about making more money. That's the bottom line. And here's an interesting one. We've been talking about ChatGPT for a while, right? Well, DuckDuck Go launches an AI ChatGPT. This is really, really cool. Yes, DuckDuck Go Chat GPT. And so you can get this very, very easy. You just Google DuckDuckGo space Chat GPT. And so it's a free beta feature that allows you to have anonymous conversions with third-party AI chat models. They support Anthropic, Claude, 3Haku, Mistral, AI's Mistral 8 by 7B, OpenAI's ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo, and Llama 370B, built with Meta Llama 3. And each model relies on unique algorithms and data sets and will respond to your prompts differently. When you use DuckDuckGo, AI chat will get the answers to your questions, compose an email, summarize text, or just maybe have an interesting conversation with the DuckDuckGo. So it is limited, but they are not going to actually be taking any information. It's not like any other chat system. They have said they will not store any information. It's all anonymous, and they're using proprietary algorithms to be able to restrict the usage. In the future, it is speculated that they probably will be charging you to use when you go past a certain version. So I think that's a very interesting. So when you get into DuckDuckGo, ChatGPT, private chats are anonymized by them, no AI training on your conversations, and multiple AI models all in one place. You click on the Get Started button, and you can literally go to the GPT 3.5 Turbo, general purpose AI with high built-in moderation. Claude 3, general purpose AI with built-in moderation. Llama 370, general purpose AI with medium built-in moderation. And Mistral 8 by 7B, general purpose AI with low built-in moderation. So they still have moderation, but there are still other AI tools that you can use and get around the web that will allow you to have a conversation that is not moderated at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And New York, yes, plans to ban addictive social media feeds for kids. This is an interesting thing. Yes, the New York State legislators instituted a new policy to prohibit children from viewing social media feeds. The state legislature has approved a measure that would enable parents to prevent their children from viewing social media posts recommended by the platform's algorithm, and the regulation aims to control the feeds that critics claim are addictive to young users. The New York State legislature passed a bill that would allow parents to block their kids from getting social media posts suggested by a platform's algorithm, and the regulation is trying to curtail feeds that critics argue are addicting to children. So this is a very, very interesting thing. I think it's good what they're doing. Maybe this is something that's going to transpose around the world. Who knows? All right, you like YouTube? I got a real juicy one for you. Well, here's an interesting thing. So there's a guy, YouTuber. He's 24 years old. His name is Alex Choi, and he's known, quote unquote, for his car shenanigans. He is currently facing federal charges for allegedly directing a video with a helicopter shooting fireworks at a speeding Lamborghini, risking aircraft safety. Now, Alex could face up to 10 years in prison if he is convicted. But here's the interesting thing. They haven't been going after him for that. They've been going after him primarily because they claim he did not have a license to shoot commercial video. All right, I get that. But isn't it a little more important that he is blowing up things like all over. I mean, and I think a lot of people, if they look at him like, oh, I want to be like this guy, I want to be like this guy. He's not a role model you want to be like. I've gotta be honest with you on that. He is in his own world, and the question is like, why did Alex Troy, why did Alex Choi, make that kind of video? Probably going to say because he could, right? And he's facing federal charges. So again, he had a helicopter and he was shooting fireworks out toward a Lamborghini. Now he's going to be facing explosive charges with federal prosecution. So his name is Suk Min Choi, S-U-K, then M-I-N, then space C-H-O-I. Also goes by the name Alex Choi. He was recently arrested, and he was charged with one count of causing the placement of an explosive or incendiary device on an aircraft. The U.S. Attorney General's office for the Central District of California announced this recently. I think it's good that they're getting serious about that. And Choi, who has 923,000 followers on YouTube and 1.2 million followers on Instagram, posted a video titled "Destroying a Lamborghini with Fireworks" on July 4th, 2023. And this is according to an affidavit filed with the criminal complaint. Now, the nearly 11-minute video, which no longer is posted on Choi's social media pages, shows two women shooting fireworks out of the helicopter toward the sports car, according to the affidavit. Now, after shooting what appears to be a live action version of a fictionalized video game scene, the video transitions to a behind-the-scenes look at how Choi shot the first third of the video. During this portion of the video, Choi allegedly makes various references to himself coordinating the shot. The U.S. Attorney's office had said authorities believe the footage was shot in June 2023 on a federally owned area of the El Mirage Dry Lake Bed in San Bernardino County, California. The Bureau of the Land Management provided photos of the tire marks left behind by the sports car, according to the prosecutors. Now, Choi is also accused of lacking the proper permits. They had this one first to film in the area, including Federal Aviation Administration approval for planning filming activities involving the helicopter, again, according to the affidavit. Additionally, prosecutors said that Choi traveled to Las Vegas to buy the fireworks because they are illegal in California. CNN is attempting to identify Choi's legal representation. No other people are involved in the video and were named in the affidavit, and no injuries were reported as the result of the stunt by Clarion McEvoy, a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office. So dozens of videos on Choi's YouTube channel feature flashy, luxury sports cars through the major recent video that was posted in December. Choi made his initial appearance in court Thursday a while back and was released on a $50,000 bond. McAvoy said Choi did not enter a plea. His arraignment is scheduled for July 2nd. He faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted as charged, according to the prosecutors. So we'll definitely follow that up for you guys in July to see exactly what is happening. Hey, guys, you know who I am by now. Sure you do. So I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's always a privilege. It's always a pleasure. It's always an honor to be with you guys. But, when we think about technology, I want to encourage you that it's very important that you make the choice to use technology wisely. Use it smartly. See, technology, ladies and gentlemen, is not good. Technology is not bad. Technology is about how you choose to use it. If you choose to use it well, guess what? Then you will have a good use of the technology, right? People say to me all the time, John, AI, it's bad. AI itself is not bad. It's how people are choosing to employ it. So when you think about technology and you think about something in the world, my question to you is, do you ever ask yourself, like, where's the data going? Is there any proof? Like you buy a washing machine, or you buy a dryer, or you buy any other electrical appliances, and they have that UL tag. They tell you not to remove it. AI software doesn't have a tag on it, right? I don't know about you, but I think I'd be a little concerned to know, like, where is the data going? How are they handling it? And I feel that that is a very, very big problem. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's a big issue. And I think a lot of people have to understand one thing. And that one thing is the fact that technology can be a great tool for everyone. But we have to understand what we're doing. Just like this kid, Andrew Choi, right? What he was doing seemed great, and I create content all the time, but there's always a line, right? And if we're going to do something that crosses that line, we have to make sure that we've got all of our I's dotted and T's crossed, that we're not going to have any legal trouble, and that we're not going to hurt or harm anyone, right? I've always said that in everything I talk about. You can do whatever you want in life as long as you don't hurt, harm anyone else in the world. And this had a very strong potential of harming someone. Plus, I always should add to that, of course, you shouldn't do anything illegal, right? So I said hurt or harm. So you might think things like stealing stuff, does it harm anyone? Yes, it does. It harms the people that own that business or that corporation. So you might say, gee, John, well, I did this and it didn't harm me. And, smashing a window didn't harm me, didn't harm anybody. It did. It harmed somebody indirectly, financially through their pocket. It harmed them emotionally. So I know a lot of people don't think like this, but this is the kind of thinking that you need to think about. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend. Please do go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. Check out my TikTok. Be sure to follow that. We'd love to stream to there real soon. And I thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And feel free to check out all my amazing content, because I know there's something here that will inspire you to help become just a better version of yourself. Have an amazing rest of your night and have a fantastic week and enjoy.